Do you believe in ghosts and demons? Do you believe in the supernatural? Come with us as we explore the East Coast's darkest pasts. Join the East Coast Hauntings team in finding out the truth if there is life after death.
Show yourself, spirits of Clinton Train Tunnel.
Well, it sure doesn't look like much, but it turns out that this spot is the very site of one of the darkest moments in our state history. This is the actual site of the Salem witch hangings.
And neighbors have suspected for years that they knew the truth. Tonight, as Shantae Land shows us, they have actual proof.
The markings on this map
1700.
that 72-year-old Thomas Brophy has kept in his family.
And this area here shows what was, as it says here, Gallows Hill.
Coincides with what the city of Salem confirms this week to be the exact site of the infamous hangings of 19 people
It's the probable place of executions.
from the 1692 Salem witch trials.
How do you feel knowing that this right here is in your backyard?
Like I say, we've always kind of lived with the suspicion that it was.
Brophy, whose family built and owned this house for 5 generations,
This is the area over here that everybody is talking about.
walks us to the site.
And this is what they call Proctor's Ledge. This is what you're standing on right now, this ledge.
The homeowner tells me that this is the spot where the accused witches were hung. Many across town say they could see them hanging from this hill.
If there was people hanging from a tree right here, they'd be definitely visible.
It's definitely a dark part of our history.
Salem's Mayor Kim Driscoll confirms that no remains were buried or remain on the site. The colony accused 200 people of performing witchcraft. They later admitted that the trials and killings were a mistake.
It's a pivotal part of American history, and it's informed our modern-day judicial undertaking.
I think we're dealing with it in the right way by trying to memorialize those that passed away.
In Salem, Shantae Lands, WBZ News.
New England, 1692. A hostile land.
The Puritans thought of North America as the devil's territory.
The devil has been raised among us.
A supernatural enemy.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. It's a biblical passage.
I seen the creature suck on another witch's finger.
To levy a charge of witchcraft was to take power over another human being.
Is Salem besieged by Satan's witches? Or by madness? A corrupt court.
They told me if I confess, I should have my life.
A hanging judge.
He believed in what the court was doing.
What is your verdict?
Guilty.
The true story of the Salem witch hunt.
And forgive us our trespasses as we forgive them that trespass against us.
My mission today for ghost hunting is to contact Bridget Bishop, the first accused witch in Salem, Massachusetts.
Okay, so that were hung here, you know, but this is what they call Proctor's Ledge. This is doing.
He's big into ghost hunting and everything, so he's recording right now.
Oh,
if it's alright with you, we might use it or something for.
You heard that? The energy from this hill and site are intense. You can easily feel the energy within the surrounding area. Do an EP session.
This is one of the trees the gentleman said was planted in memorial one of the guys that was hung by his family members years later.
On this site, the memorial part, this was different than the Proctor's Ledge. This is where they held the memorial for the victims of the 19 people that were hanged in the Salem witch trial. Will we get what we came here for Bridget Bishop to talk to us?
State your name, or say your name, into that recorder right now.
Ledge right now, where they hung the witches back in 1692.
I wasn't expecting it to be around houses like this.
Huh?
I wasn't expecting it to be around houses like this. It's kind of interesting.
You were?
I was not. Were you?
Yeah.
I knew Walgreens was nearby, but I didn't know it was like in a neighborhood.
It's in there.
Well, let's go to the bus.
I think that's was where they used to hang the witches.
It's like somebody's backyard.
Huh?
It's like somebody's backyard. Is this where we're going, Joe?
I'm pretty sure, maybe. And that's where it said it was back here, right?
Definitely near here, but is this the whole thing? I wonder where they hung it.
Let's take a right.
So there's no entry after dusk.
Let's ask him.
He's going off his socks. Excuse me, sir. I'm just curious. Me and my buddy here coming to visit Proctor's Ledge. Is this the whole thing right here?
Alright.
Yeah, I'm parked on the side of it. Right on the other side of this hill, there's a memorial built into the side of the hill down.
Huh.
That's awesome. And
they got the stones like blocks with the names of all 19 people.
I thought that's what I saw on the.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that were hung here, you know. But this is what they call Proctor's Ledge. This. I'll give you a quick story about it.
Absolutely.
This whole.
Just to let you know, he's this is my buddy.
Nice to meet you.
He's big into ghost hunting and everything, so he's recording right now.
If
it's all right with you, we might use it or something for cool.
No, but this is all Proctor's Ledge. This is John Proctor owned the whole thing. He did he used to farm this whole property up here.
There's a lot of farmland over here
before. And when you get down there, out of the 19 stones that you'll see one with his name on it. He ended up one of the 19 that was hung here for witchcraft.
So he must have had some money too, and he's still got.
That's what they were after, money or land back then.
I thought it was mostly ladies that they had gotten with that, but some guys too, huh?
A lot of money and land, you know.
Wow, that's incredible.
You could get him convinced, you know what I mean, and people convinced that he's a witch or something, and he owned a lot of property. Now all of a sudden he's gone, and
that's amazing. You can get the whole community to really believe in all that.
Anyways, you can take a walk right around in here, down in here, and.
Thank you for letting us come over here.
Yeah, and thanks for like I say, the history too, and we love it.
Probably here, but the computer, it's funny, if you follow it, it brings you right to here, and everybody gets lost, you know?
I'm glad you came out here. You must see people wandering around all the time.
I'll show you down in here. We're going to shoot on this shot.
Really appreciate it.
Where are you from?
Cumberland, Rhode Island, down by the Providence area. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a nice area.
Yeah.
Have you lived over here for a while?
Yeah, I grew up here.
This is a beautiful town, especially this time of year.
Oh, yeah.
I saw.
This is what they call Proctor's Ledge. You can see from the ledge and everything. And what it was is there were three professors from Salem State University, and they did took a couple of years, just a little project, and they did a study on it as to exactly where it was. And this is where it ended up, right here. And the reason being, they found that they did a check on a lot of the properties and everything back then, and people lived here. Mm-hmm. And like one of them says, it was funny, he says nobody had an iPhone or an iPad, but people wrote things down, diaries, you know? And the people that lived down here said that they could look out on their back porch and see the people hanging from right here.
Oh, wow.
And
so they get to piece it together from the different...
Smithsonian Institute was here last year, and they did a special on it. In fact, you can go onto their website and see it. But they spent a couple of days here researching and filming here. And see these trees? These are black locust trees. There's not too many of them left. They're a ugly old tree. You can see how big some of the son of a guns are down here, you know? But John Proctor's grandchildren, years later, wanted to do something as a memorial to him, and the annals that they found, the family returned and planted 50 of these black locust trees on his property, and there's not too many of them left. Obviously, there's 3 or 4 of them out front where you just come in by, you know, and there's a few down in here left and up here, and you know what I mean?
So all the ones that you see here are planted in
well, they're offshoot of the offshoot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything, and there's also in the annals, they'll tell you that some of the people that were taken down were thrown into a nearby culvert. They're saying this is the culvert right here. It's kind of filled in right now, right between these stones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the area that they're saying. And this is there's water that comes actually in a culvert right underneath Polk Street down there. When you come down the hill, when you come around the corner, you can pull right up. And right where the memorial is right where that car is now. Right there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can pull right up.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing online, the memorial.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. So you can, you know, like I say, you can pull right up there, and there's some places you can take pictures and stuff. And what they're saying is, if you're down there, you're looking up here at Proctor's Ledge, where everything occurred. You know what I mean?
This area right here was
the city put up this fence because they were afraid that young kids would fall over and get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So other than that, the fence was never here, obviously, years ago. You know.
It's amazing. But I wasn't expecting to be like right in a neighborhood like this.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Actually, this extended out here, out to Polk Street. But you know, about 25 or so years ago, this part was sold and was privately owned and sold to a developer who came in and put 6 houses in here. You know what I mean? And kind of wiped out. This is kind of, thank God, this part was left.
Yeah, at least you get to get some of the history.
But on Halloween night and everything, we get about 100,000 people in the city.
I believe it, yeah.
And the witches have a Wiccan religion that they do. And right where you are parked is Gallows Hill Park. You can get out and turn around up there when you come going back.
That little side street?
Yeah. At the end of that is Gallows Hill Park. You'll see a water tank up in the hill. It says Gallows Hill. There's a witch on it, Salem, Mass. You know what I mean?
We'll check that out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Wiccan, all the accused, people of witchcraft, they go up and they have a seance, or actually a Wiccan religion service. And they form a big circle up there. And I walked up there 2 years ago to see it, and it was so big, it covered the whole ballpark, and it was so big they had an inner circle to it. If it's a day like this, they'll get 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Wow.
It starts at 6 o'clock, it's over at 7. See, there's people down there at the memorial right now, coming in from the other end. See them?
Oh, wow.
That's where the memorial is.
So glad you were here. I don't think maybe we would have found it, but I would have had no idea. Because like you said, it will bring you right to that spot. And then you see the signs there, so you think that this is it.
It's kind of confusing, But the service will start at 6. It's over at 7:30. They'll send about a dozen motorcycles. We get about 150 extra police officers in the city that night. It's over 100,000 people.
Oh, wow.
It's not the biggest, the roads aren't all that big.
And they'll come down with the motorcycles, in a V formation, and they'll lead everybody. Everybody will start up around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it'll be completely black clothes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Men, women, children, all in black clothes.
Children too. Huh?
And at 7:30, they're all through, and the cops will escort them right down here into the city, and they'll actually pray down, complete silence with a candle.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Like I say, if it's a rainy, cold, miserable night, you might get 300 or 400 people. You know what I mean? But if it's a night like today, you know what I mean, and everything, you could end up with a couple of thousand people not walking down into the city.
It's supposed to be a whole different town during that time of the year. I can only imagine.
It is. I gotta run, guys.
Can I ask you really quick, just real quick before you go, because I know you've lived here for a while.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen or heard anything? You don't seem like somebody that believes too much in supernatural, but living right here on the property for so long, have you ever seen anything kind of weird?
Not particularly.
No, just had to ask.
Yeah. No, not particularly.
All right.
But this has turned in quite a religious thing, because it got a lot of people to look into their histories.
Mm-hmm.
When they went into their history, they found out they were related to some of these 19.
That's so cool.
And you'll see people come and they'll leave candles here on that rock. There was a woman a couple of months ago, she left a whole circle of seashells.
Oh, that's...
on there and everything else.
That must be so interesting for you to see the people coming and go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Have a good time.
Nice
Enjoy.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the help.
Okay.
That's awesome. He stopped.
Yeah, we have our own little personal tour guide there. That guy was really cool.
Yeah, so you want to do a quick ghost box session or something like over here?
Do you want?
I'm feeling a lot of energy right here.
I mean, we can do it here, but if we come from the other spot, we can get into that area. Do you think that's more?
I'd rather do it here on the ledge.
Okay.
Because this is where they used to, like you said, hung by trees and stuff.
And he said that we would have never known that these trees were planted in memorial of those people.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want me to hold? Want me to shoot for a little bit then?
Right now, that was awesome that we met that guy. I think that guy was in the news station that I actually, in the beginning of this video that I saw online, they interviewed him. I think that was his house that was actually interviewed.
That wouldn't surprise me, because he seems like he's pretty on top of it. Because we were only wandering there for a minute or two before he came out to help, so he definitely seems like he's in the area a lot.
Right now I'm going to do a spirit box session. Anyone here with us? Any witches? Is Bishop here? Is Bridget Bishop here? What was that?
I don't know.
I feel a lot of energy around me.
It does feel a little creepy, doesn't it?
Maybe a little sleep break. Bridget, are you here? Maybe we go on to the rock itself. Stepping onto the rock right now. Is there anyone here with us? Please come forward. I feel really different right now, like energy-wise.
It does feel a little creepy out here. It is Salem, getting close to October.
I don't think we get anything on this, dude. Let's do an EP session.
This is one of the trees the gentleman said was planted in memorial of one of the guys that was hung by his family members years later.
Awesome, actually.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Alright.
It's another one of those trees.
Witches that were hung here, can you tell me your name? Please. We are friendly, we mean you no harm, we're just here to visit Salem. To the back.
If any witches that were hung here, can you tell me your name? Please. We are friendly,
You heard that?
no harm, we just here
Yeah,
to
it's a little
visit.
weird.
We are friendly, we mean you
There's
no
someone right there.
Please. We are friendly, we mean you no harm, we just here to visit Salem.
I didn't hear it the second time.
Me either. Is Bridget Bishop here? I feel even weird just standing on this dude. Do you?
It does feel like there's a little bit of energy over here. You know me, I don't usually say that, but I feel a little bit of energy to it.
Can you tell me how old you are? What year you were born?
We can definitely try here for a couple of minutes, but I feel like the memorial on the down area down there. That's where the memorial is, apparently, down there. That's where the GPS brought us over there and where we parked. I feel like
we're gonna walk down there or drive.
We'll drive down there. Looks like there's some pretty easy to get.
Is Bridget Bishop here? I feel weird just standing on this dude. Do you? That's kind of cool that you know me, I don't usually say that, but I feel a little bit of energy to it. You tell me how old you are? What year you were born? We can definitely try here for a couple minutes.
What's that?
Just I feel like the memorial down area down there. That's where the memorial is apparently down there. That's where the GPS brought us over there where we parked. I feel like we're gonna walk down there or
I have nothing.
Want to go to the other spot?
Yeah, I just want to get some B-roll of this place first. Is Bridget Bishop here? Or any witches that were hung here. You were just up there before, guys. Can you tell me your name? Tell me your name. How old are you? Is anyone here with me who would like to communicate with me? Any of the witches that were hanged here? Tell me your name. Witches that were hanged here. That were hanged here. There goes something. Here. Tell me your name. That's someone right there. I think it's saying Elizabeth. Tell me your name. AJ.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Tell me your name.
Elizabeth.
It sounded more like footsteps or something than me. It's me. These flowers are cool. Heard it again there. Car going by maybe?
I don't know. Tell me guys what do you think this is? What is that? Oh, it's maybe Proctor?
That was the guy that the gentleman was telling us about, John Proctor.
It sounds like Proctor, doesn't it? I think this is Proctor. Okay, is Mr. Proctor here with us at this time? Let me put it above his little memorial right there. John Proctor, August 19, 1692. Can you state your name or say your name into that recorder right now? I'm not getting any like feelings like we did before when we were up there. Are you?
Nope.
Let's put it back.
Okay, is Mr. Proctor here with us at this time? They put it above his memorial right there. John Proctor, August 19, 1692. Can you state your name or say your name into that recorder right now? I'm not getting any, like, feeling like...
Sarah Good, she was in the book that we used to read in school.